This Road Dirt presentation is brought to you by Law Tigers, motorcycle lawyers. Find them at lawtigers.com. Hey, this is Rob with Road Dirt, and we are joined by Lauren Lloyd of Informa Markets, an affiliate of the Progressive International Motorcycle Shows, for a little chat about the IMS Outdoors this year. Lauren, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you taking time out from your busy schedule to spend a couple of minutes chatting with us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pleasure.
So how long have you been with Informa and doing work with the IMS?
I've been with Informa Markets, which is the parent company of IMS, for about 2.5 years now.
Okay.
So it's been here for a little bit of a stint, gone on a few of the tours now. So I am the PR director, and so I manage all of the comms for the tour and the brand itself. So now we actually do have a few other products, if you will, outside of just that tour, but that we can get into. But yeah, to sum, I basically ensure that this amazing experience gets in front of as many people as possible, that we're reaching as many consumers and non-riders, riders as possible.
I remember a number of years ago when the IMS used to come to Atlanta. We're over here in the Atlanta area, and Lauren is over there in Irvine, California?
I'm actually located in Denver, Colorado.
Oh, okay, you're in Denver, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But I remember some years back when the IMS came to Atlanta, there was a number of years where they came to Atlanta and then they didn't for a few years. And I always loved just seeing all the new models, all the brands actually showing up and all the enthusiasm of it. And we've missed that here in the Southeast, so we're so glad that IMS Outdoors is coming back, not only here to the North Georgia area, but to several locations here in the Southeast. So you guys are spanning the continent, so to speak.
Yeah, we are. With this new IMS Outdoors announcement that we can really get into, we're excited that we pretty much touch every region of the United States. So, even if we aren't in people's immediate backyard, you can turn it into a long weekend, right? Make it into a ride.
Yep. I think they're all spread out very nice for all across the U.S. Tell us a little bit of the history. Not all of our viewers and readers might know a lot about the International Motorcycle Shows, but can you tell us a little bit about what it is and a little bit of the history of the shows?
Mm-hmm. So the current tour that our community does know and love, we've been around for nearly 40 years now, serving the power sports industry. Yeah, so I think what I really love about this brand is that we've just done a good job of constantly looking at what the industry needs, what consumers are looking for, instead of just staying status quo. I think if we were producing the same event that we produced back in 1982, it would look a little bit different. But
True.
Yeah, so it was under a different name back then. We transferred over to the International Motorcycle Shows a few years after it launched in 1982. And we're now into the leading touring event that connects enthusiasts and brands. Like you said, there's just new models all over. And we just have so many new attractions. So we have immersive things to do. We have, Discover the Ride is our latest program that we launched. Yeah,
you guys introduced that last year, didn't you?
That one is 3 years. This will be our third year.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know Robert Pandya is involved in that, so yeah.
He is, yeah. He's been great. Really getting new riders on two wheels, and we're expanding that one this year pretty dramatically, actually. So we'll have some more announcements surrounding how we're going to evolve that one this year, just because it is in our third year, right? We've been able to refine it a little bit, but expanding that one. And then I think if you take a look back at a few years, you can really see that rich history that's behind all of these different attractions. Let's see, like the marketplace, that's our dedicated area for aftermarket brands. So like your Dunlop tires of the world.
Oh yeah.
So that one was created back in 1990, and it's still a cornerstone of this event, like to this day, actually. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so we're just continuing to add new attractions and make it just about like the lifestyle of riding. So it's, we have the demos and you have the bikes, but making it immersive too.
Immersive is a great word for that. That's for sure. Yeah. How did the whole COVID pandemic last year affect the IMS shows during 2020?
Like everyone across the world, our business definitely was impacted. Right?
Did it shut down all the shows? I'm trying to remember.
So actually, we traded the end of the 2019-2020 tour, and we got to finish that whole tour actually.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So we were impacted, but we weren't, right? I would say how we were impacted is you just have to look at the silver linings with the situation, right?
True.
It allowed us for this coming year to really take a look at what do consumers want? What does the industry need? And look at some of that feedback that consumers have been giving us. People love demos. They want to get on bikes, things like that, right? It allowed us to really sit down and evolve it into this IMS Outdoors.
That's what I want to talk about next. How did the whole shift to the IMS Outdoors come about? How did you guys, that's just genius. That was a fantastic idea. So tell me how that came about.
Yeah, it was born a little bit just from this reflection I was just talking about, right? It's this transition from the traditional convention center setup that so many people have grown accustomed to for that nearly 40 years, right? But it's this transition to this new outdoor experience that's going to provide a more festival-like atmosphere. It'll serve all ages, all levels of enthusiasts, non-riders, pretty much everyone. I'm gotta say, I'm pretty excited myself to attend, even though, it's, we're still a lot in the works right now, rolling out. In the next few weeks, next few months, we're gonna have more announcements about really what these different attractions are gonna look like. But a cornerstone of it is really going to be demos. It's getting people on on so many different bikes, being able to expand all of those existing programs that we already have. And it's really going to just that festival-like experience I was saying. It's going to be able to help us showcase the motorcycle lifestyle instead of it just being about a product, right?
That's a good point you make right there. It's not just about the latest in products. It's really a celebration and a showcasing of the what we call ride life. Ride life is one of ours. And I think that's just one of the several things that I consider to be kind of a genius about moving the IMS to outdoors. What were some of the challenges that you guys that your crew has faced? Some of the challenges, some of the opportunities to making that shift from convention center product oriented, kind of an exposition to really an outdoor festival or carnival like you're talking about. What are challenges, opportunities? What do you see there?
Say some of the challenges, honestly, it's that we have so many ideas, and it comes down to refining those ideas and making sure that they align with what consumers want. It's always a little bit scary to launch an evolution of your brand, right? We're announcing change. So, that's always a scary thing for people.
It's a retooling from the bottom up, isn't it? Really,
totally.
In so many ways.
Right. So it's just going to be really narrowing down what all these ideas are and executing on it. But I think that the sheer space of an outdoor venue is really our biggest opportunity. Yeah. We can incorporate what we were just talking about is all of those aspects of the power sports lifestyle, from the culture, the product, custom demos. We can help people connect with their fellow riders, doing group rides to the events. Just making it a destination. There's going to be camping.
That's right. I know down at the place you guys are it'll be set up, in the Atlanta area, is at a big outdoor horse and show kind of convention center. I know the venue, it's in Conyers, a town called Conyers, and I've been by there before, and the possibilities there for group rides in, for camping, it's just going to be spectacular. We'll probably end up spending the whole weekend out there ourselves.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about it. What are some of the things right now? I know you don't want to let a lot of the cat out of the bag, but you're still working on some things. What are some of the things that that people like us coming to the IMS shows, what are some of the things we can expect to see, to experience, to get to do? I know the demos, that's a huge thing. I love that. Any other things you can clue?
There's a lot, I guess there's a lot to look forward to. Let's see, so beyond just the demos, I think what we were talking about is, well, I think just venue-wise, actually, each venue is structurally and geographically speaking totally different, right?
Oh yeah.
So I know that not everyone is going to attend multiple different ones, but for those that do, right, there's some that are in urban areas, that are in cityscapes, and then some are on flat plains, and then some are in mountainous foothills, right? So each is going to bring that unique vibe, so to speak.
It's going to have its own flavor for sure.
Yeah. And
not only locationally where it is in the country, but just, you know, like you said, geographically, I can see that.
Right. So in Tennessee, there's a good chance that we're going to feature some local country bands. And
that'd be awesome, yeah.
Yeah, and then I would say a product perspective, we are working with all the different OEM partners to identify what models that are going to be available. I think what's unique about this versus the other tours is it spans a few months, right? So attendees can expect different product at different events in line with what the OEs are going to be rolling out with. So
that's what I was thinking,
yeah. And then I think what's really, really new and really exciting is that we are going to expand into some of those market adjacencies. So we were talking about bringing in the whole lifestyle, right? So when you're having a weekend out, maybe you're bringing your RV, maybe you're bringing your toy hauler, maybe you're bringing some of your electric mobility toys, right? So we're going to be having all walks of life in that regard. So it's going to be more than just the motorcycle community. It's going to be the power sports community. So
that's true.
That is that newest expansion that we're having. That's going to be really fun, that people can engage with every single aspect of that lifestyle.
I was also wondering, I know like a couple of the later ones are here toward the end of it, I guess in October, actually toward the end of the tour. We'll be here in the Southeast. Great place to land, by the way, because here in the Southeast in like September, October, and November is like heaven in the hills. It's really incredible here.
Yeah.
And conditions, temperature, color, and everything. I'm also wondering if by that time, if maybe some of the brands by the later shows will be bringing in their 2022 models to kind of showcase them, just some early ones that they might be able to show off.
Yep.
Next year.
It pretty much aligns with our traditional tour format that starts here at the end of the year. And that totally aligns with the manufacturers rolling out new models for the next year. So I do expect that the latter half, we're going to be seeing some new product teases.
Start seeing some of those, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk just for a moment about, you brought it up at the beginning and I thought, that's we need to talk about that. Some of the initiatives that the IMS Outdoors, and really IMS for a number of years have been doing these, initiatives that you guys undertake to try to attract younger riders, new riders from different demographics that maybe have not ridden before. What are some of those initiatives that you guys either are launching or you're continuing?
Discover the Ride is our primary program that is geared for new riders on two wheels. So for those that are unfamiliar, we have a new rider course that's on site, and this has been done for the past couple years at our shows. So it's breaking down those barriers to entry, and you literally don't have to have a license to get on a motorcycle and ride on this new rider course. We worked with Zero Motorcycles, and
great group, yeah.
Yeah, and so we first start people off just to get their balance on a Yamaha pedal assist. and you get used to going around the track a little bit faster, right? Getting that wind through your hair and getting that balance for those that may not be used to it. And then you graduate up to the zero motorcycle. And then from there, we're connecting these new riders with schools in their area. And so that they can take that next step at getting, at learning how to ride and actually becoming a motorcyclist.
Yeah,
so we're
MSF certified course or something. Right?
Exactly. Yep. And so we're taking that, we're helping them, like I said, break down those barriers. And then there's also, we have a ton of content and education for people online, and that one's called New to Two. And it's just this online resource that has just a ton of content. You know, is
that accessible by the main site?
It is. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And let's see. So we also have, it's a little bit adjacent to the new riders. It's available. This is, it's called continuetheride.com.
Yes. Yeah.
And so that one's geared toward new riders and existing riders. So we actually rolled that one out in July of last year. And so that platform just has a little bit of everything. There's so much content on there. There's podcasts. We have a business.
Yeah, I was scrolling through it just the other day, looking at it. Really cool stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of information on it.
Yeah.
Engaging content too, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very good stuff.
It's been really fun. So my team actually specifically manages the business-facing content, and we have the podcast, understand that one is industry-facing, and that was actually an interesting thing that we rolled out mid-pandemic. Kind of going back to that conversation is, you have to look at your silver linings, right? So
true.
We're just trying to figure out what does the industry need right now, and Robert Pandya, wonderful host, really knows how to dig deep and find those conversations that need to be had and help people through this strange time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited, man. I'm excited about, we've got writers and photographers with Road Dirt around the country, and I'm already working out with the guys who can go to which events to try to cover them, do some photo shoots and video and commentary from the site and everything, and think from the location and all. So we're already working on that. We're excited about it. And I appreciate you taking the time out just to chat with us for a few minutes about it. How can people find out more about the Progressive International Motorcycle Shows Outdoors? What do they need to do?
I would we keep our website updated, so motorcycleshows.com.
Motorcycleshows.com, okay.
Yeah, motorcycleshows.com. And we are actually going out with an announcement at the end of this month, and it's going to outline all of the venue information, cool. Some exciting new exhibitors that we've locked in. So we're going to start rolling out some announcements here coming up, and we do have just because, like we were talking about, the sheer space of how big an outdoor venue is, there's so much opportunity for engaging activation. So we're going to go out with some announcements there here in the next few weeks as well. So we keep our website pretty up to date.
Yeah, very cool. Well, Lauren, I appreciate you joining us, and thanks for taking time out of your busy day. You got a lot in front of you with everything coming up with all the shows, so appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us here. This is Rob and Lauren with Road Dirt. Ride Life.